Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is YAHMAD. So in this video we're going to be looking at paper 3 from the CIE ICT IGCSE course. We are doing a May-June 2020 paper, and if you guys remember, this was the paper which was cancelled due to COVID-19 last summer. So paper 3 is a practical paper which includes data analysis, which is spreadsheets, and a website section, and it's 2 hours and 30 minutes long. So we are going to be focusing on the website part. This is variant 32 in this video. Okay, so let's scroll down. You should have been supplied with the following source files. Okay, so let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 files. And if you go to your source folder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 files. Done. So before we can start, we need to create the evidence document. Sometimes you get provided with the evidence document, but in this example we have to create a new Word document. So you can go to your source folder, right click your mouse, click on new and select Microsoft Word document, and let me check to see if there's a specific name. So we've got to save this into your work area as J2032-evidence followed by your candidate number. So for this example, I will be using 1234 for the candidate number. So let me just rename the file. And for the center number, I will be using 5678. So we need to make sure your name, center number, and candidate number appears on every page of this document, so we can include this in the header. Okay, whoops. If I go to insert, header, and if you checked out my previous videos, I always go with the option which gives us 3 columns. There's no information about alignment. This could also be in a footer, so I'm just going to put the information here at the top of the page. So here's my name. We then need to include a center number and then your candidate number. So remember, I said we'll use 5678 for the center number, and then for the candidate number I will use 1, 2, 3 and 4. Close, save the changes, and you will need your evidence document during this examination to place screenshots when required. Okay, let's now move on to task 2, web page. Okay, you're going to create a web page for, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Al Anillo Beach and Dive Resort in the Philippines. The web page must work in any browser. All color codes must be in hexadecimal. Okay. So we need to create a new folder called AB. Click on new, click on folder. Open up, actually, before we open up the folder, what do we need to move? So we need to locate the following files and store them into your AB folder. So let's start with the 4 JPEG files. You've got 3 there, whoops, and 1 here. So go to my folder, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm pressing Control on my computer to select multiple files at the same time. Also the MP4 file, which I noticed we had to move. Was it MP4 or MP3? Let me go to details, have a look. MP4 video file, yeah. Okay, so we've done this as well. And then we need to move the CSS and HTML file as well. So this file here and this file here. So what you should be left with is the CSV file for the summary. We should have the CSS file. I hope that's what I said. Was it CSS I said or CSV? I can't remember. So you should have a CSS file, the HTML file, the MP4 file, and then the 4 pictures. Let me highlight that. That's complete. Okay, we've done this now. Open the file 2032-accom.jpg. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be editing this picture here. So I'm going to be using paint.net. Which picture do we need to edit? The one ending in ACCOM. Okay, so to open a file, I'm going to right click, go to open with, and then select my application. So as mentioned, I'm going to be using paint.net to edit this graphic file. Okay, you can also open up your application and go to file and open. Right, let me just see the question. So we're going to be cropping the top of the image. Okay, so it's going to be 450 pixels high and 265 pixels wide. And then we're going to be saving it with a new name. So since we're going to be saving it as a different file, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to File and New, and I'm going to set the size. So 456 pixels high and 265 pixels wide. I'm going to press OK. And then what I'm going to do is basically copy and paste this into my new canvas. So using the selection tool, we highlight the whole picture. You can use the rulers if you wanted to crop from this picture, but so whatever you guys find easier to do. Let me paste it into this picture here. Keep the canvas size, and obviously we want to crop the top part off, so let's move it from the bottom. Okay, once you've done that, we can press enter, and then we can save this as a JPEG file into your source folder. So not replacing the original file, we're going to save with a new file name. So let me copy the name of this file, go back to paint.net, and then click on save. Just press OK, and we are done. So if we go to my source folder now, where's the new picture? I think the new picture is this one here. Let me double check the file name. Yes, done. Okay, so now we need to display the contents of your AB folder, showing the folder name, all file names, extensions, image dimensions, and file sizes. So we can right click on tags to get rid of tags. We need to show the file dimensions. So we've got the file name here. Don't think we need date, but we'll just leave it there for now. We've got the file extensions there, or the type, the size of the file, and the dimension. So I need to take a print screen, and then I need to place this into my evidence document as evidence 1. Okay, so the folder name is here as well. So let me take my print screen. If you want to use the snipping tool at this point, it's okay. It's whatever you guys find easiest to use. So there's always different methods of completing tasks. As long as you get to the final solution, then that's the main thing. Okay, let me just crop off the part, which you don't need. Increase the size of your evidence, your print screens. So here's the new file, the file type, so save it as a JPEG, the file size, and the file dimensions. Okay, save the changes here. All done, and let's now move forward. Okay, question 2, we're going to create a web page called ab.htm, and we're going to be using Microsoft Expression Web 4. So let's open up Microsoft Expression Web 4. When you open up Expression Web 4, a new page may be created already, or if you can just close it down, you can go to File and New, select HTML, and then when you save this page, so you go to File, Save As, browse to your source folder, and save the page. So we want to save as AB. Done. And now let's look at the table that we need to create. So the web page must work in all browsers and will have a table structure as shown below. So before we create a table, let's identify how many rows and columns we have. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and 3 columns, 1, 2, and 3. So to create a table, we go to Table, Insert Table, 5 rows, 3 columns. Okay, I've selected pixels here because let's read the information below the table. Each table cell is identified with a letter and all dimensions are in pixels. The letters and dimensions shown in the table must not appear on your final web page. The The table shows the spacing between cells, which will be set when your style sheet is attached in step 9. Table borders must appear on the final web page. Okay, so when I create the table, I always like to include the dimension for how wide the table is going to be. So it's going to be 855 pixels high. Okay, and the height we can do later on when we adjust the cells. So let's click on OK. Okay, the first thing we're going to do now is to merge the cells. So the top 2 rows are merged across. So if I highlight these 3 cells here, let's right click, click on Modify, Merge Cells. Let's highlight these cells here, right click, Modify, Merge Cells. The next row is normal, so C, D and E we keep as it is, and then we come to this row here. So these 2 cells here look like they've been merged. Okay, so we merge these 2 cells, modify, merge, modify, merge. And obviously these cells here will have different dimensions, so that's why it looks like this. Right, let's now start putting in the height. So the first cell or first row, the height will be 200. So we right click on the cell, cell properties, and the height is going to be 200 in pixels. Apply, done. The next row height will be 480. So cell properties, height 480. Again, make sure pixels has been selected. So if I highlight the first 2 rows and then go to code, you can see TR stands for table row. The first row has 3 cells which have been merged into one, so that's what this col span means. And then you've got the dimensions here. Okay. What I'm going to do also, if I just go back to the first row, let's go to cell properties. How wide was it again? I'm just going to include this as well. So 855. Apply. And then do the same for the second row. So cell properties 855. So now if we go to the code, and this is what's going to be marked. You can see the dimensions are now included. Okay. Both of these rows span 3 columns. Okay. So TR is for the row. Here's another row, and then the next row has 3 cells, which is, if we go down, these cells here. So let's see the size of these cells. It's going to be 265 by 60, so we can do them all at the same time. So right click, table properties, actually it's not table properties, can we not do them all at the same time? Let me just see, yeah, cell properties. Okay, take these boxes here, and what are the sizes? 265 by 60. So 265. I always like to double check just to make sure I'm not making any mistakes. Apply, done. These 2 cells have the same sizes, so 265 by 456. Okay, these 2 cells here. Cell properties 265 456. Okay, this one's going to be 265 by 274. So cell properties, right click, 265 to 274. Okay. And apply, and then we've got one final cell to do, which is going to be this cell here, and that's going to be 265 by 162. height is 162, 265. Done. Yeah, we are done. So it's quite hard to see the table without the borders, but we've now set the dimensions. If I go to code, remember this is what's going to be marked. So this is the third row. In this row here, remember these were merged. These rows were merged across the columns, and these cells were merged across the rows. So you got row span and then column span here. So remember, these span 2 rows and these span 3 columns. Okay. So as long as the dimensions are here, then that's going to be great for your evidence document later on. Okay, save the changes, and we are done. That part anyway. Okay, question 3. Place in cell A the image 2032-logo.jpg. So cell A is going to be the first row here. And I just want to check something just before we move forward. Yeah, it says apply or add appropriate alternative text to all still images. So that's something that appears if the picture doesn't load up. So I'm going to insert the alternative text whilst I insert the pictures. So let's go to expression, click on the first row. You can insert a picture by clicking on this icon here, or go to an insert picture from file. Go to your source folder. So this is from the previous task. And here's the logo picture. The alternative text, I can include logo. So if the picture doesn't load up, then this text will be shown instead. Again, if we go to code, you can see here's the code reference for this particular picture. So src equal and then the name and file type. Here's the alternative text. Okay, right. So let's go back to design. That's that done. Let's see what's next. Place in cell B a placeholder 855 pixels wide and 480 pixels high containing the video clip. Okay, so let me see where cell B is again. So cell B is going to be this second row here. I'm going to first of all insert this video clip. So it's 2032-aliano.mp4 if I'm saying it right. And then we'll come to this automated text-based error in a minute, and the size as well in a moment as well. So the first thing I want to do is import the video. So let's click here, and then we click on Insert, Media, Windows Media Player. We want to click on All Files, Change to Details, so we can see what we're doing. And here's the MP4 file. So let's double click. To insert. Okay, the next thing we need to do is set the size. Okay, so if I right click on Active X Control Properties, Object Tag, and what size? It's going to be 855 pixels wide and a height 480 pixels. Okay, now if the video does not load up, then we're going to display an automated text-based error message if the browser does not support this video type. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this error message. So it's not giving us a specific error message. Let me just type this in: error message, the browser does not support video file. Okay, if I press OK, that should be it. Let's press OK, and you can see it's filled that space now. If I go to File, Preview in Browser, let's go to Chrome. and I'm hoping this works. So the error message has shown up, so that's fine. So it's not supported in this browser. Let me see if it works in the other browser. So let's go to Internet Explorer. And hopefully it works in Internet Explorer. So allow blocked content. Let's click on that. Yep. And here's our video. So you saw the error message loaded up if the video was not working. However, in this browser the video is working. Okay, so this question has now come up in the last 2 exam papers. It came up in the February-March 2020 paper, and also this paper as well. So it's really important going forward, you know how to insert videos and how to include an automated text message if the video is not loading up. Okay, so that's that done. Question 5, place in cell C the text location. So C is going to be this one here, and then D and E are the next ones. Yeah, so D and E, so it's going to be location, accommodation, and then beach. Okay, so let's go back to the expression. Obviously you guys would have to enter this text. I can copy and paste it in. Make sure you're not making spelling mistakes when you're entering this text, and also include capital letters when shown. Okay, and change all of these styles to heading 2, so H2. So we can just do that all at the same time. So if we highlight the text, up here we can select heading 2. If you go to code, you can see, yeah, location, accommodation, and beach. The tag has been applied H2. Okay, done. Let's keep moving forward. Right, in F, G, and H, so F, G, and H, we need to insert the pictures. So view in F, so F is going to be the one on the left, and then G, and then H. So if we click here, insert picture from file, so view, let's include the alternative text, view. Okay, the next one was ACC, I think this is the one we've edited. So picture from file, so we can call it accommodation. That's okay. And then the beach picture, insert picture from file, beach. Okay. Where necessary in HTML, make sure each image is displayed as 265 pixels, maintaining 265 pixels wide, whilst maintaining the aspect ratio. So what we need to do is click on each picture, picture properties. So right click, select picture properties, 265 pixels. So if we go to appearance, yep, this one's fine. We're maintaining the aspect ratio. This one should be fine because we reset this picture ourselves. Yeah. And let's do the same for this one here. Right click, picture properties, appearance, 265. If you also forget to include the alternative text, you can include it at this point here. Okay, done. And then if you go to code, you can see the 3 pictures, 265, 265. Yeah. Okay, done. Did I not include the alternative text for these pictures? I'm sure I did. Let me just go to here. Picture properties. Yeah, it's there. And where's it not? Why is it not shown on the code? Oh, it's down here actually. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong cell. Yep, we got the alternative text. Okay, done. Save the changes. Go back to design view. And now let's move on to question 7. So in cell I, which one's I? Is that the one at the bottom? Bottom right? Yeah, this one here. So enter in cell I the text web page last updated by, then it's going to be a space, your name, center number and candidate number, and set this to style H3, so heading 3. So as my name, center number 5, 6, 7, 8, candidate number 1, 2, 3 and 4, heading 3, done. We've applied alternative text already, so that's questions done. And now we're going to attach the style sheet H2032-AB to this web page, and then we're going to save the web page. So to attach the style sheet, you need to see Manage Styles. If you can't see it, go to Panels, click on Manage Styles, and then we can click on this paperclip here to attach the style sheet. So it's H2032-AB. Yep, browse and select your CSS file. Okay, and you may see some changes when you press OK. Okay, slight changes. Let me just go to the browser. We'll go to Internet Explorer since we can see the video here, and let me zoom out slightly. You can see the borders is showing now, which is what it was requested at the start of this paper. Okay. Set the name of the default target window to blank. Okay, so to do this, we go to Expression, right click on the page, go to Page Properties, and then come down to Default Target Frame and select blank. So what should select New Window, and then what should happen is if I press OK, this should open up a new tab every time. So if I go to File, Preview in Chrome, for example, and then if I go back to Expression, Preview again in Chrome, so rather than replacing the original window or tab, it opens up a new tab. So that's what that does. If I clicked on here, no, it's not working here. Right, that's fine. Okay, that's done now. Question 11, create hyperlinks from the text location. So location is this text here, and the image view, which is going to be, let me just double check, picture properties. Yeah, so the text and this picture here, and what's going to happen is going to open a web page H2032-AB2.html in a new browser window called _location. So what we need to do, we need to make this into a hyperlink. So let's highlight this, hyperlink existing file or web page, and here's a file here. So let's click, and target frame, we click on here, let's click on new window, and it's going to be a new window called _location. So done. And I think we need to do the same thing to the picture as well. So we've done the text now, so let's have a look at doing the same thing to this picture, make it a hyperlink. So right click on the picture, select hyperlink. So existing file web page, here's a file. We want to go to target frame, new window, and again it's going to be called location. Done. And if I go to my browser again, I wonder if it saved changes. Yeah, so you can see it's opened up the new window. Yeah, and it's opened up in the same tab. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and obviously if you go to the code, you can see, yeah, the link is here. Can you see? And the target there is here as well. Let me just highlight, yeah, and the location. Yeah, so there's the text. So that's a link for the picture, and then that's the link for the text here to this web page here. Okay, remember everything in the evidence document will be getting marked. Okay, so we've done that now. Question 12, we're going to create a hyperlink from all the text placed in cell I to send an email message to this address here. So let me copy this email address. So cell I is the one in the bottom right corner. Yeah, this one here. So let's highlight. Is it all of the text? Let me double check. From all the text, yeah. So again, highlight the text. We need it's basically a hyperlink that we need to create. So click on hyperlink, email address, enter the email address here, and there's a subject line as well. So subject line, inquiry about Eliano. If I'm saying that right, I'm not sure. So if I'm not, just correct me in the comments, guys, below. Done. And then again, the code, you can see the email link mail to, and then question mark, subject equal for the subject line. Okay. And just before I actually go back, you see this there is the code for the hyperlinks. Okay, so you can see the code here. I think it stands for hyperlink reference, maybe. Right. Okay, so that's done, and we have now come to the end of this exam paper. We just need to take some screenshots. So display the web page in your browser. Make sure all of the page can be seen, text can be read, address bar is visible, and then for evidence 2, take a screenshot showing your web page in your browser. So I'm going to go to Internet Explorer because I want to show the video off. Allow the blocked content. Let's zoom out slightly. Maybe that's too much. Let's just maybe 45. Yeah, and we need to show the browser window. So let me just play the video as well. Okay, take your print screen. And this is for evidence 2. Okay, we can crop off this right hand side part, which is not necessary. Just make sure show the window, and we can increase the size. Yeah, done. For evidence 3, take a copy of the HTML source and place this into your evidence document. So this is really important we do this right. So the HTML source is, if I go to expression, all of this code here. So you need to copy all of it from top to bottom. Okay, go to the next page. Okay, and then we've come to the end of this task here. So before we finish, then we just go and do a print preview. So you see my candidate details appear on every page. Here's a screenshot of the folder. Here's a screenshot of my web page. You can see the logo, the videos, the pictures that we've inserted. This is the one we edited in paint.net. Hyperlink on location. You can see because it's blue, and obviously we made a hyperlink here. But anything that we've done in design view will also be shown here as well. So it's really important you copy your HTML code. You don't need to format it, change the size, just leave it as it is. Okay, we're not printing yet, we're just simply going to save. Okay, so we've come to the end of the website part of this paper. If you check out the next video, I'm going to be doing a data analysis part of this paper. Thank you for your time, guys. Please drop your comments below, and good luck with your exams if you're taking them next week.